everyone, it is I, Sketchin' Mandrago. Don't wear it out. The night's having a midlife crisis, and the crickets are still chirping. So that can only mean that it is time for us to review one of my favorite art books in my collection. What you're seeing right here is a collection of Sir John Tenniel's Alice in Wonderland inked artwork from back in the 1800s. Why they would convert this into a coloring book so that we all can ruin it, I'll never understand. So, of course, we gotta skip a few pages. Copyright might still stand. There's a thickness. Which doesn't look too good in green. So here we go. First page. Now that's how you draw water. That looks pretty watery to me. And you notice all these lines are extremely uneven. Let's move on. Now that's what I call bird flu. I don't know. She looks a little mature sometimes. The great thing about this book is that almost all the pictures are on the same second page. It's very convenient. Now here is where I want you to really look at this art ink work. If you guys thought that the image creators like Jim Lee were a little too intense with rendering, no, you haven't seen nothing yet. This is intense rendering. It's so expertly scanned, and the ink is so raw. It almost seems like you can run your finger across it, and you could feel it. That effect can only be achieved by a quill. And an actual quill. Maybe fountain pens work the same way. I don't know if water and ink gets you the same result. But a 102 Crow quill might help you out. Might get you the same result. I think it got me the same result. As we can see here. Is it as well done? I don't know. There's always a first time. Now, I've seen other people attempt to replicate this art style with Pigmas or Copics. That ain't gonna get you the same results. I don't like being a purist, but that's the truth. You absolutely have to get India ink and a crow quill. I really love how he does nearly photorealistic hands. Well, nearly photorealistic everything really. Let me tell you, these lines, even though they're not even, they look perfect. It's like, in art, you always have to do extremely clean, straight lines for hard substances. I think he got away with that. It's a pretty good looking dog. Do I know what's going on in this story? No. It's just one big drug trip. Speaking of which, oh, that's creepy. Why would he have arms? I wouldn't want to visit this place. It scares the crap out of me. He must smell bad. Now here's some. This guy is extremely good at fabric and dynamic poses. Damn. I apologize for my swearing. Oh, And a tip. Unless you want to spend 24 hours on one drawing, do as little pencil as possible. Try to make it almost completely freehand. Because that means less pencil you have to erase. Cleaner scans. And you won't waste time. Like a failure. Here's a fish and a frog. He got an email. Probably from some prince in Nigeria. That's a nice tree, I guess. You see, he does all of this for shading. You can just see how random all of these lines are. It's almost like painting. I call this ink painting. Now here, it's a little awkward because he has to do smoke. It doesn't really look like smoke. It looks more like a silk net. Look at that thing. Don't cry, little girl. Don't cry. No, man, that's a... Not even the same cat? Where's its stripes? He must know illusion magic. Because he can disappear. Now, I do have to critique one thing. On an 1800s illustration. Sometimes her head's a little out of proportion. It's a little weird to look at. And sometimes she looks a lot older than she's really supposed to be. I guess it's true. Try to put as little lines in a woman's face as possible. Or a little girl. He looks like someone very familiar. I know there's a celebrity that looks just like this. I think it's American. Murder in cold blood. Very nice. Now that's how you do red. These are white. These are red. Gotta skip a few pages again. Don't want to get sued. That's a pretty convincing flamingo. I don't know about these shadows. It's really intense for being outside. I mean, I may be saying all this, but it's still cool to look at. That, she's probably gonna kill it under her weight. Skip a few more pages. Skip a few more pages. Crayfish, crawfish, shrimp, lobster. Oh, I didn't even notice it had shoes. I didn't even notice that until now. Do shrimp have hair? I wouldn't need a hairbrush. Now that mirror is a little weird. But still cool to look at. He does wood really well. Just the fact that every animal has human hands creeps me out. Gives me nightmare. Make sure you say your graces before eating whatever that is. There's the king. Now this looks tough to draw. Imagine if you messed up on any of this. It's like news time. Her nose is pretty big. And that's what I call a desktop background. There is his dumb queen wife. She was mad and crazier than him. She was his queen. And God help you if you mess with his queen. Spanish conquistador helmet. Very nice. She seems to have aged 50 years. That's unfortunate. We all fall into the same problem. And we close off with a horribly colored white rabbit. That's nice. Yeah. It's cool, I guess. Right, bye.